T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What is up, Ibüümerang family?
What's up? What's up? Good morning, bro.
That's a throwback. Vacay mode.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah, I figure I go back and dig in the crate and come back with a oldie but goodie.
It's
and I have my Spanish boot camp.
Oh, yeah. Got your dog tag on.
Yeah.
We're making some for the Prague event, too.
So I love this idea you guys came up with, which is dog tags for each boot camp so that people can collect them.
That was Paul.
Paul, this is a good idea.
Yeah, that was Paul's good idea.
Paul, good idea, bro.
Sure.
Good idea.
All right.
Yes. All right.
Who's on with us today?
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning, peeps.
Who do we have?
Who do we have on with us today? Let's see.
Okay, I'm behind. I'm a little bit behind here.
We got Lori Hood from South Kakalaka. Good morning, Lori. How you doing? Loretta Phelps from Queens, New York.
All right. Hey, Marianne Schutz, Diamond Marianne Schutz from Denmark.
Hey, what's up, Marianne? All right. Who do we have? Who do we have? Uh-oh, Monica from Budapest.
She's
yes, Monica, I brought out the oldie but goodie shirt here. Yes.
Yes.
All right, Chemo Tommy from Finland. What's happening,
Janice?
Chemo?
Janice with the Y.
D Pips, Donnie Pips from Miami. What's happening, bro?
Shiloh Bryant, good morning from North Kakalaka.
All right, check this one out. Darren Ebel from South Africa. That's a first time.
I think so.
I don't know if it's a first. South Africa's not a first, but Darren, I think you're a first. Welcome.
Yeah.
Tanya Legault from Montreal. What's happening?
Darius Tucker, good morning from Washington, D.C.
Diamond Janan Munzer from Philipsburg, Germany. What's happening, Janan? How are you?
All right. Ulysses Gonzalez Torres, Dallas.
D-Town in the house. Slavjana Miriam from Slovakia. Good morning.
Take a look at this.
Or good evening or good
evening, Chiefs. Gold Coast. What time is it over there in the Gold Coast? I always ask this question.
Pat Pamplin from Bermuda. What's up, Fred? How are you?
It's only 11:07 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Malcolm from the Yard, aka Jamaica. What's happening, brother?
All right. Ken,
David
North
Romero
Carolina.
from the Rocky Mountains.
All right. Janice Hancock from San Diego.
All right.
Lanu Oe Moana says, love that vacay mode shirt, T. Gray.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aster Granum.
Aster, Diamond Aster. What's happening?
Right? What's that?
You said Aster Granum, right?
Yeah.
Diamond Aster Granum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Actually, what is it? Afternoon in Sweden.
Oh, Diana.
Hey, Aster, I sent you a message. Check it out on WhatsApp. All right, Martina Dvorakova. What's up, girlfriend? From the Czech Republic. That's my homie over there.
Deborah Lowe Moss from Memphis, Tennessee. Diana Hardy from Alabama. What are you doing in Alabama?
I don't know.
All right. Viola Hall. Good morning to my
what's up, sir? Good morning.
My favorite tunicorns in the world tuning in from OKC.
Well, you're only tunicorns. So
thank you for telling us it's tunicorns. Thank you for calling us tunicorns.
But like we're her favorite tunicorns. Like there's some other tunicorns out there. It's like when I tell my son, you're my favorite kid. Diamond Tier Edwards. Rise and grind, bro. That's what
Sandy Aki,
right.
aloha from Hawaii.
We own it.
Aloha from Kauai, 3 a.m. here. Sandy Aki.
Sandy, what's going on? Soon to be Diamond Sandy. Putting the pressure on you, Sandy. Here we go. Here's the first one here. Shepang Taban from Lesotho, Africa.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, G Money's on.
G Money.
Good morning, guys, from Dallas.
My bro. What's happening, sir?
What's up, G Money?
G Money. All right. Who else do we have? We have Louise Henry from Antigua and Barbuda.
All right.
Kevin Clayton,
Cecilia,
now from Houston, Texas.
Yep. Cecilia Magnuson. Good evening from Sweden. I know whose team she's on.
The Swedes are in the house.
Yeah. Janice Hancock from San Diego. Good morning, she says. Kia Kinlaw from Charlotte.
Scrolling back through the Zoom chat, and this is what I found. Donnie Pip says, this is that flight school where it's going to feel like church on Sunday and the pastor's talking directly to you.
That is true.
Folks, we're going to be on your road today. We're going to be on your road.
Great morning, Kia Kinlaw from Charlotte, North Kakalaka.
All right. Jeremy Romany from Trinidad and Tobago. What's happening?
Sadia McMillan from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Lucas Blaha from Czech Republic. Czech Republic in the house today.
Diana Hardy says she's visiting her sister in Alabama.
What up, sister?
You know what? That's dedication.
Hello, sister.
That's dedication, Diana.
Yep.
You are on with us.
Jesse Frazier from Albuquerque, aka Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Viola Hall says the only unicorns in the world.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
All right. Kiara Lasty says this: joining the Tunicorns in Tuna Famalu from Mexico City, Mexico.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Tuna family. I think that was supposed to be why.
Okay, that'll work.
All right. Hey, Trey Harris, Diamond Trey Harris. Great morning from ATL.
Diane Wilson, sorry. Elevate super student. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Hey, Sophie Borgel from Switzerland.
Wow. That sounds like a first.
Yeah, it does sound like a first.
And you guys may have to bring this shirt back. I'm getting a lot of compliments on this shirt, bro. Diamond Trey Harris from the ATL.
Yeah.
Diamond Jackie Pippins, also from the ATL.
And
Viola Hall, also from the ATL.
Nope, she's not from the ATL. She's from the OKC.
OKC? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. Okay. OKC. Right, got it. Here we go. Brian Anthony from, get ready, Puerto Rico. All right.
Did we get it?
Not so much.
No.
We were a little off. Because it was a different name. Like usually, it's somebody that we know.
Sona Cruz.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. Sophie says it is a first. Love your vibe, gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's from Switzerland.
Sophie, welcome. Yay. Welcome from Switzerland.
All right.
You ready to rock and roll, bro?
Yes,
let's do this.
Ready to rock and roll.
We got all our friends with us today, and this is going to be a great flight school today, everybody. We're training from our journals today.
Yes, we are.
And we're in the blue zone. And we're going to be training today on massive sponsoring. And one of the keys to massive sponsoring is follow up and follow through. So get your journals ready because that's today's topic. And we're going to have guest Diamond Kelly Haupu training this topic with us today. So this is a key topic, a major training. Remember, we told you guys we're elevating flight school. We're taking it to another level. Our objective is to really teach you how to explode your business. So we're going to show you how to do that. We're going to show you how to do that today. Get your team on. If you are looking through the chats, or if you're on the Zoom and you're looking in the participant list and you don't see your team members, start messaging them. Me personally, I'd be messaging people talking about where you at. Where are you? It's flight school time. What are you doing? Get your ass out of bed. Nothing comes to sleepers but dreams. Get up. Let's go.
You did not say that.
Did I say that? I say it out loud?
Yes.
Flight school is going downhill, man. We've got people saying shit, people saying ass now. What the hell is going on? It used to be a family school, family show. All right. Kevin Clay says T-grade and timeout. We're just getting started. T-grade.
Yeah, that's T-grade needs to go.
All right. Okay. David Romero says he really is in vacay mode. Disclaimer alert. It's that time. All righty. We are going to show you how to make the money today. All right. You guys know there's money here. I had a great conversation yesterday with Diamond Trey Harris yesterday, and we were talking about the Ibüümerang comp plan and how it was masterfully designed by your CEO, fearless leader, industry icon, Holton Buggs, who many of you don't know this, but prior to starting Ibüümerang, companies would pay Holton Buggs to evaluate their compensation plans because he has a mind like that. And those of us who work with him know he knows numbers. He can be multitasking and crunching numbers in his head. He's got like a supercomputer up here. So he really, really, really understands compensation plans. And so I remember when we were sitting and he was downloading the comp plan to me. I'm documenting it so that we can publish it to everybody. And I'm noticing that he's not building in what many companies build in, which is breakage, right? Which is little hidden gimmies and gotchas in the comp plan where it looks like you can earn money, but you really can't because it ends up going back to the company. And he's not designing those things in. He's designing them out because he's like, the people are going to get paid here. And he literally designed this plan where literally for those of you who really want to go all the way, $1 million a week is a real achievable goal in the way this compensation plan is set up. And, you know, he designed it after the plan that he was in where he made over $1 million a month, right? He was making, I think, 1.2 or so $1 million a month. And I remember asking him, I'm like, bro, why did you not make more? Right? You know, like those of you who are traders, like it was like a resistance line. and I'm like, why didn't you make more? And he said, the compensation plan wouldn't let me. So he designed those limitations out of this plan. So I'm trying to, you know, one of the things that we're trying to do is we're trying to show you guys how to extract the money from the plan, how to qualify for the different aspects of the plan so you can maximize your income here. But that said, it's time for our disclaimer. What we can't do, while there's certainly tons of money possible in this plan, we cannot guarantee how much money you as an individual are going to make. Can't do it. Can't say, hey, you're going to make this much. Can't say, Joe, you're going to make this much. Jane, you're going to make this much. Harry, you're going to make this much. You know why? Because at the end of the day, the plan has set activities that trigger money, but we don't know if you will do those activities. We don't know if you'll do them a little and make a little. We don't know if you'll do them a lot and make a lot. We don't know if you'll do them not at all and make zero. The only person who can tell you how much money you're going to make in Ibüümerang is that man or woman who is looking back at you in the mirror when you are brushing your teeth in the morning, which we hope is something that you do every day. Because good hygiene is important. I'm silly, I know, but I am serious about this plan and this opportunity and helping you guys to win. So that's our disclaimer. You guys make sure that when you do presentations, when you do trainings, share the disclaimer. So many people are nervous or scary about, if I say the disclaimer, it might scare people away. No, people always appreciate your honesty and your candor. And I've personally found that when I let people know that what they earn is going to be their responsibility, I don't have problems with them in the future. So there you go, guys. That's our disclaimer. Long version today. Wanted to teach you guys how to do it with semi-seriously, but let's rock and roll. Next time.
Right. Okay. I had to go back and grab the other disclaimer from the last presentation.
Oh, you did. Ah,
I didn't do it again. All right, stay connected. Hey, who loves getting our texts? Who loves getting our text? So when you do this, you can text Join Iboomerang to 832-406-4705. Join us on Telegram at iboomerang.com. No, not .com, at Iboomerang.
You got yourself, bro.
I did.
Good for
I
you.
did. Hey, Kelly is waiting.
Kelly.
Yep. She's over the attendees. Yeah.
Oh, she's in the wrong. She's in Gen Pop.
Yeah, she's in Gen Pop.
All right. Well, let me send the ushers to go and get Kelly out of Gen Pop.
Okay. Hey, also join the iBoomerang WhatsApp community for important company updates and announcements. iBoomNation.com. Go to iBoomNation.com and join us over on WhatsApp. What's up, Kelly?
Here she comes. Here she comes. Kelly Kells, Diamond, Kelly Haupu.
Ooh.
It says unable to start video.
You shouldn't, let's see, why is it not letting you start your video? You're a co-host. Let Kelly on. There we go. You should be able to start now. There you are. And flight school just got a whole lot better looking.
I've been here since 5:45. I didn't know I was supposed to log in under somewhere else. See, anybody can do this, you guys.
No problem. You did good. No, you did it the right way. Because you know why? So we gave Blue Diamond Luis Ventura the panelist link, and every week he ends up getting on here with us.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So it's better this way, because this way it's better this way. Let's just say that. Girl power in the house, everybody. We got Diamond, Kelly. Kelly, say hi to everybody.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
All right.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Yes. And what's up on iBoomHub.com? The March Star Achiever list. What's it take to be a Star Achiever? What's it take to be a Star Achiever, folks?
Commitment.
Yes.
300 PQV.
I was asking the team.
Oh,
Kelly?
Sorry. Can I add treating your business like a business?
Kelly, don't
Yes,
worry,
you are.
Mark
You
does
are.
that to us.
That's okay.
Hey, before we go to the next slide, I just want to take a quick moment to send some love, prayers, and positive energy to any of our iBoomerang family members or any of your family members out there who are in Fort Lauderdale dealing with the flooding. Man, I saw some crazy pictures of Fort Lauderdale yesterday, including the airport is like a river. So if there's anybody, if you got family members down there getting flooded out, we're sending positive energy and love for those guys, and just definitely want to recognize that some people are suffering right now.
All right. On a more positive note, Lori Foster Moden says, looking fly for flight school, Kelly Ko Haupu.
You know what, Kelly? I'm gonna put your business in the street. Kelly is such a pro. We called Kelly yesterday, 10 minutes before going live on Instagram. And we're like, hey, Kelly, you're training with us tomorrow, right? She's like, yeah. I said, well, you got to get on Instagram Live with us. Hope you got your hair and makeup done, because we're getting on in less than 10 minutes. And she jumps off and she comes on and looking like a glamour girl. You're beast. That's what I'm talking about.
I was in my PJs when you called. You know why? You know why I was in my, but because I have freedom.
You don't have to be anywhere at any.
That's right.
Right. And you know what else? You're a diamond because you can get ready for action. Yeah, she didn't say no. She's like, okay, I got what, 7 minutes? I'll see you on. Made it happen.
All right. So how do you shortcut the 300 PQV and become a Star Achiever? How do you shortcut that?
Customers.
You can do it with customers, or you can do the there it is in there, the Dr. Latrice to Star Achiever subscription pack.
Yep.
That one and done pack.
The one and done. Yes.
$249.99, and you get 300 PQV. You get your Opgo subscription, you get your Elevate subscription, and you get unlimited boomerangs. Yep, absolutely. Mark, this slide, I'm telling you, this is that slide that messes me up. I swear it's in 3D. It's like it's jumping out of my screen.
Okay. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna ignore that. What did you tell me yesterday? Ooh,
that part. So, first quarter rank advancements are now on iBoom Hub. If you advanced a rank in January, February, or March, we celebrate you, and you can see your name in lights on iBoom Hub. iBoomHub.com. Brand new people, right? Like brand new friend in Switzerland.
It's under resources.
We recognize people. We want to see you climb the ranks so that we can celebrate you for all of your achievements. That's what we do. Awesome. And Viola Hall agrees with me. She said that slide is in 3D. It is jumping out the screen. It is beautiful. See, it is not just me. Okay.
Okay.
Diamond Jackie Pippin says, forget all that. We do it the good old-fashioned way. We just get customers. That's what I'm talking about. CEO circle.
BüüM TV. Who's using it? Who's using it? And you know what? We've got the schedule. And on Monday, we've got 2 calls, BÜM Burst and Ignite Orientation. And you know what? Ignite Orientation is key for you guys. Ignite Orientation is key for anybody who is new or just wants to get their business kicked into gear. All right. And the BÜM Burst is a way to get your week kicked off right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Tuesday, we've got an opportunity briefing at 12, an opportunity brief in Spanish, an opportunity briefing in French at 1. We've got 4 p.m. Top Gun Spotlight, Spot Gun Top Light. And then we've got 8 p.m. a opportunity briefing in English. We've got an Italian opportunity call on Wednesday. That's the only call on Wednesday. Thursday, we've got an English opportunity briefing at noon. We've got a Czech opportunity briefing at 1. And then we've got Travel and Trade Corner. And Doris Lopez is doing a fantastic job with this at 2. And then we've got an opportunity briefing in Spanish at 9. Friday, we take off. Saturday's flight school. That's the only call today. And then Sunday, we are off. Now, we've got 3 new calls added. Who's over there on the right hand or on the left hand side of the screen?
Kelly.
And she does the Ignite Orientation.
What?
Incredible. So if you want to watch, so this is why we put this in here. If you want to watch the Ignite Orientation to get your business kicked off, go watch this with Kelly Haupu. Tommy Johnson, Boomer. And you can send this to boomers, right? Generation boomers. And he is presenting the opportunity. And then we've got Jayla Pippins, who is is she a millennial?
Millennial, Gen Z,
yeah.
You call it.
Yeah. So, and she's in her 20s. She's in her early 20s, and she is incredible. So,
hey, bro, check it out. We got to go over to BÜM TV. I love coming over here to show everybody what's what. And of course, I get a little pop down on my screen right when I'm doing it. But you go to BÜM TV, you got all these great presentations that you can choose from, right? And send a link. And this is, by the way, this is going to be very important for today's training, because some of you guys are going to ask, where do I get the link? These are the links. And you don't send someone to this page.
I have a little testimonial.
And you send them the specific presentation you want to send them, right? Because if you send them to this page, they'll be confused. Which one do I watch? So you match them up with the right presentation. So for example, if you want to use the Kelly Haupu, Diamond Kelly Haupu presentation, you're going to come over here, you're going to click the 3 dots and look at that. It says share. And you're going to grab the share link and you're going to send that to your prospect, okay? And so same thing with, any of these other diamonds. You guys look at that. We got Diamond Tierre Edwards. So we have we have some presentations that are going to match all sorts of different age groups and personalities and styles. And, you know, you can match people up with the right one. And then we have them in languages, right? So you got Spanish, right? Now I'm not going to get in trouble here, but I want to say that the sexiest presenter in the Spanish section is Daniel Camero. That's right. Got to say that. Blue Diamond Daniel Camero. But in any event, here we got all these great presentations in Spanish from our Blue Diamonds. Then you go down here, you have presentations in Czech. Look at this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds, and emeralds over here doing great presentations in Czech. And then you have French and Italian from Diamonds Ogdravan, Coma, and Fabrizio Massasso. And then down here, you have that brand new Ignite orientation. Ignite. What does the word ignite mean? It means to set on fire. Ignite, set on fire. What do you want to do with your brand new person who just set up, who just signed up? Set their business on fire. So what do? You say, great, welcome to the team. Here's a link, homework assignment. Watch this now. Take notes. We're going to review it together. All right. And then you have other stuff on here. So definitely, folks, you want to leverage BÜM TV. We're not going to just give you tools anymore and say use it. Every time we're going to always show you how to use it. How to use it.
I have a little testimonial. Can I share?
Please.
Yes. So we were doing a house party 2 nights ago. We try to do them almost every night here in San Diego, but a couple nights ago, we were doing a house party at Sapphire Ruthie Strode's, and she was having some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden her slides disappeared. So she was just standing there a little bit frazzled because she had 3 guests. And I said, hey, why don't you just share Darren Gibson's presentation, because she had 3 20, 21, 22-year-olds there. Mm-hmm. So she put on Darren's presentation from BÜM TV right on her television. And I tell you, these kids were just like glued to this TV. It was so good. So it was a great, great, great tool. It is a great tool. It doesn't get any easier than what you guys have provided for the team. I mean, can everybody put something in the chat for Tigre and Mark for just providing us with this company, for providing us with incredible, incredible tools to build a multi-million-dollar company?
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And I can't take any credit at all for this. You know, I do the things that I do, but I got to give this up to Chiefs, Mark Kithcart and Anna Yurichev for putting this together, as well as the marketing team for making it look so good. Yeah. But Kelly, I don't even think you realize the training that you just gave everyone. That testimony that you just shared is a training in and of itself. Let's take a moment. Okay, everybody. So first of all, the first part of Kelly's training is she just demonstrated what it truly means to be coachable, right? If you want, I mean, sometimes you look at our diamonds, you're like, okay, well, why is she a diamond and I'm not? Well, that's because one of the reasons is because Kelly is extremely coachable, and coachable means that when you get the coaching from the GOAT, you put it to practice right away. What did Holta say in December? Get back in front of people, right? What did Kelly do? She's instituted home living room meetings, living room presentations, live, face-to-face, potato chips, right? Almost every night in San Diego. So if you wonder why your business isn't growing the way, first question you got to ask is that man or woman in the mirror and say, how coachable am I? I learned something last week. Have I applied it yet? Am I doing what I was coached to do? Second part of the training that Kelly just gave you. You don't have to know how to give a presentation. All you have to know how to do is push play. Yep. The ambassador was willing to give a presentation, ran into some tech issues, and ended up doing it the easy way, which is pull up BÜM TV, pick which presenter matches your audience, push play. They matched up Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson, with the folks that were in the audience, pushed play, and everybody's sitting there like this. And they let Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson, do the work for them. And by the way, let me just give a little add-on training. What do you do when you do a push play presentation? Here's what you do. You take a seat in the room with your guest. You grab a notepad, you sit, you lean forward, and you take notes as if you never heard this presentation before. Because now you're modeling the behavior that you want them to do. If you're like walking around and moving around, they won't pay attention. That's what you do. It's so simple. So now the question is, how many of you that just heard that are going to put that into practice in your business within the next 7 days? I want you to write down in your journal how many live, in-person presentations you're going to do this week where you leverage a BÜM TV presentation. Unless you're just a good presenter and you want to do it. You don't have to though, okay? How many are you going to do? Now put it in the chat. Let's get accountable, right? How many times are you going to get some people in a living room? And by the way, one is an acceptable answer, okay? I don't want anybody to feel pressure to put a big number just to impress people. Just want to know that you're going to do it, right? Because some of you guys have never done it or haven't done it in a long time. And you need to do that first one, right, Kelly? To break the ice. Do you remember the first one you did after Holton said, hey guys, get back out there and do it?
We were doing them before he said that, because as soon as COVID allowed us to do home meetings, we were doing home meetings. And I will say my team, hats off to Sapphire, Ruthie Strode, and Sapphire Vilma Everett. They never stopped presenting in their homes as soon as we got the open door to do this. And it's been really beautiful. And, you know, I will tell you, they live like an hour and a half from me, and I don't have to be there because they're great leaders, but they just love it when I do show up and help them. And it's also a learning experience for me, because I feel like I'm always consistently learning from everybody, not just from, remember the night we were having dinner at the Diamond event, Tigre, and you were coaching me for a solid hour and a half, and Mark was trying to eat his dinner. And Mark was like,
that was all he cared about. All he cared about is eating.
In Dubai. It was in Dubai on the top of that building.
That's right. And Mark had to feed his muscles, but you were feeding my brain and my soul, and I sucked everything in. But these house meetings have been a constant thing for us, and it's fun. We get together, we hug each other, we love on each other, we have a good time. Last night we had a great meeting at Vilma Everett's house. She had Chinese dinner served, and I mean, it was phenomenal.
Wow. All right, look at the chat. Look at the chat, Kelly. You've inspired a lot of people today. Mark, you've inspired Joe Harv. He says he's here for he's just here for the food, like Mark. You've inspired all these other people. Monica in Budapest is going to do 3 this week.
Awesome.
Doris Lopez is going to do 1 this week, which is fantastic. And by the way, Doris told us that now, if you guys, with the travel and trade training that happens on Thursdays,
yes,
I don't know if everybody knew this, but Diamond Tommy Johnson was the guest this past Thursday.
Yeah.
And he crushed it. So you guys want to definitely go back and watch that recording. But this coming Thursday, it's going to be Blue Diamond David Hunt. Blue Diamond David Hunt is going to be the guest this week. So Doris, you're going to do your 1. That's fantastic. Jean-Felix Mapignon. Aha, you guys like the way I said that? I don't know if I said it right, but it sounded good. John Felix is going to do 2. Joyce Lambert, 7. That's 1 every day, Joyce. Okay. Sending you positive vibes and energy. Dr. Latrice is going to do 3. Let's see what's happening over here in Facebook land. What are you guys going to do? O.C. Williams is going to do 1. Diane Wilson is going to do 10. She's going to use Zoom, but Diane, I want to see you get some people together in someone's living room. Doesn't have to be yours. Doesn't have to be yours. I did my first one ever in Holton Bug's living room. I'll tell you that story one day. Danny L'Italian. Danny, I'm so proud of you. She's going to do 5. Okay. All right. You can do 5. Good. Good job. All right. Everybody, let's go. All right. Good stuff. So that's good. Coachability. What does coachability mean, everybody? Somebody put it in the chat. And put it in the chat like this. I am coachable if I finish the sentence. I am coachable if I. Well, I'm waiting. I'm coachable if I. While you guys figure that out, Maria Vergara is going to do 3 presentaciones. That's what I'm talking about. Way to go, Maria. I'm coachable if I do what I'm taught to do right away. Not told, David, taught. All right. If I'm coachable, if I do what the coach says. I'm coachable if I follow instructions. I'm coachable if I listen and apply. I'm coachable if I take action from our leaders. Yes. Nora, do what my mentor suggests I do regardless. And I'm going to finish that sentence if I understand it. Because sometimes you don't understand it. Right. But when I'm in the gym and my trainer is having me do stuff, believe me, I don't understand it. I just do it and I get results. So that's what coachability is. MK, you got anything to add to that before we move on?
Yeah. You covered it all.
All right.
Right on. Here we go. The next Elevate 5-day kickstart is coming up May 7th through the 11th. That is a Sunday through a Thursday. And you can still register in your back office today at myiboomerang.com. And these kickstarts are just incredible. They will get you up in trading within 4 days. 4 days.
4 days. That's love it. I love it. Bro, you know what? Let's do this. Because one of the diamonds in the Czech Republic, in Europe was asking me if we can just publish a schedule of when the kickstarts are going to be. So let's get with Jason and see if we can just map out when these are going to be for the rest of the year. And that way we can publish it and we can still do this, but this way people know and then they know which one they're buying for and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good deal. Who's using the Elevate Hype video? It's in English, Spanish, Czech, French, and Italian. And you can go look at it and see it on youtube.com/official Elevate. And you can also download it as well. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Latrice, love that video. Cool. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Awesome. Dave's using it. All right. It's your turn.
That's not my turn. It's Kelly's turn.
Oh, it is.
Pablo Fuentes and Monica Chavez, look at where they're at in Chile. How cool is that? How did they get Wi-Fi way out there? I love it.
How cold is that? Where?
You know what? It's so pretty. Look at that. It's amazing. And you know, people, maybe you don't get this yet, but this company will take you all over the world if you let it, and have fun everywhere. You know, travel and trade is like bomb. I remember once I flew to Barcelona and I flew to JFK and made $8,000 on the flight instead of watching a movie. And then from JFK to Barcelona, of course, because I made $8,000, I wasn't going to sleep on a flight. I made another $5,000, a $13,000 profit, disclaimer, while flying on an airplane. So learn how to trade so you can travel the world.
Love it. Love it. And these are our diamonds over here. Pablo Fuentes and Monica Chavez living that travel and trade lifestyle. And, you know, it's funny because you wouldn't think that you'd have to be all bundled up in Chile, but I guess they're up in the mountains, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is Torres del Paine, and that is in Patagonia. Right.
I've been there.
Patagonia, that's where the brand comes from.
Yeah, that's where the brand comes from. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. You see this in the Zoom chat? Look in the Zoom chat. You guys see that?
Yes.
So Donnie Pips just posted that his 8-year-old, this is the kind of stuff you only hear on Flight School, folks. His 8-year-old made $259 on a flight to New York trading.
That's double-sided. You know why, T. Gray?
Yes, ma'am.
His 8-year-old. So Donnie Pips learned how to trade and now is teaching the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So good.
So flight to New York. I'm going to assume that they were going from Miami to New York. So what's that, a 2-hour flight?
So good.
Is that a 2-hour flight? 259 divided by 2. 8-year-old made $129.50 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, anybody who has not embraced the learn to trade journey, I want to encourage you to start. And speaking from my testimony, some of it's going to be, it may be a little bit of a roller coaster ride. It may be difficult at first. It may be a lot to grasp. You may lose some money, but if you're following your coaches, you'll lose little bits of money, but as you learn. But the key is you got to stay with it and be consistent. I'm ministering to myself here, right? You got to stay with it and be consistent. I was talking to a doctor friend of ours, and I asked her, how long did you go to school to become a doctor? And her answer was 11 years.
Wow.
11 years, Kelly. Can you imagine going to school every day, hours each day, plus homework and outside of class study events like going to the hospital and following doctors around and doing that kind of stuff. 11 years before they let you put doctor in front of your name. And
you know what?
What?
I didn't have to do that, and I make more than like 5 doctors combined.
Exactly. That's where I'm going with this, right? That's where I'm going with this. And so you made that money on a plane. How much money can a doctor make on a plane? Nothing. They can only make money in their doctoring in their doctor environment.
Which is a great environment, and we need them. We need doctors, but doctors can learn to trade as well.
Yeah. But I mean, the moral of the story is 11 years. I mean, how many of you could devote 11 months? It doesn't even take 11 months.
No.
But I mean, how many of you could devote 90 days of serious, focused learning in order to get to a place where you don't have to make these crazy numbers? What if you just learned how to make $500 a day of profit?
Right.
There's 20 to 22 trading days in a month. $500 a day of profit is $10,000 a month.
And becoming a doctor, I can't imagine that's got to be so difficult. So much stress and pain and agony and just trying to keep up with everything and be the top of the class, because doctors always try to be the top of the class, right?
Yeah.
Learning how to trade and elevate. People misunderstand that we have to learn everywhere we go, and everything that we do is a learning curve. So if you just jump in, and they'll realize that it's really not such a scary place.
It's not. And Diamond Janan from Germany just pointed this out. To become an attorney, a lawyer in Germany, it's 9 years of study, right? So all I'm saying, guys, we're not putting those professions down. We need them. You get in trouble, you want somebody who went through those 9 years to help you out in the law, right? You get sick, you want somebody who went through those 11 years to help you out with your body. But we're just saying that by comparison, obviously, Donnie Pips' kid has not been learning to trade for 11 years. Kid's only 8. Right? So, I mean, obviously, this is probably something that I don't know, Donnie, put in the chat, how long is the learning curve here for the 8-year-old, right?
Yeah.
But
that kid will never work for anyone.
No, why? 9 months. You hear this? And not the 9 months in the womb. Over the last 9 months, this kid has been learning to trade and made $259 on an airplane, which, by the way, trading on an airplane is not easy because you are limited to your phone for the most part. I mean, you could use your computer, but the internet on planes is not the best. But that's really saying something, folks. And so you guys are getting, how many of you guys are out there trying to get into the CEO circle? Anybody out there trying to get in the CEO circle? Who's trying to get CEO circle done? 10 customers. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Well, write this down. You guys ready? Write this down. Put this in the chat. Here we go. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. How many of you think you can get some customers with the stories you just heard? We got Kelly made $5,000 on a flight. We got an 8-year-old made $259 on a flight. And it doesn't take 9 to 11 years to learn it. The 8-year-old has been learning for 9 months, and we've had people who are having success after 45 to 90 days. This is how you get customers. Tell the story. Don't worry about the facts. Don't fact people to death. Don't tell them all about, well, the Forex market is the largest market in the world, $7 trillion a day, changing hands. No. Talk about these stories. Talk about diamonds, Pablo and Monica Chavez on a hike on the top of a mountain in Chile, having a good time, trading, and that's what's paying for it.
So good.
There you go. It's one to grow on.
All right.
All right.
Daniel Hansen. He was in Houston, Texas, and he made a reservation for $159.57 on his iGo platform, and he got 160 rewards credits. Reward credits. So, folks, use your iGo site. Yeah, and you know what? There are big deals coming up on your iGo site. They are sending out emails on our behalf, the folks at iGo, and they are giving big deals in these emails. So book it.
Awesome. Awesome. My wife is flirting with me. She's in Jamaica with her sorority sisters. They're celebrating their anniversary of pledging into that sorority. And she sent me a message, says, "You're looking good on flight school." I'm like, "You're spying on her, brother." Yes. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Kelly.
Exclusive group chats, CEO Circle and Corner members. Look in your inbox for an exclusive access to the CEO Circle and CEO Corner group chats. Right now, I'm in the CEO Circle, but I'm trying to I will get into the CEO Corner. And I will tell you, one of the things that our group is working on is our team is running for CEO Circle. Just for think about it. Mr. Holton Bugs will be giving us information on how to achieve whatever it is that we want out of this company through CEO Circle and CEO Corner chats. It's kind of a no-brainer. You know, one of the things I love to tell people is when you're thinking about growing your business, if you were a hairdresser, would you survive with 10 customers a month? Or a dentist? Could you only have 10? how many customers would you need to keep your business alive? You know, in our company, you can have endless opportunity to have so many customers, you can't even count them.
Right.
So this is something really cool to work towards, and I'm excited about being in this chat.
Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Kelly, we were talking about this in the office, and I want to get your perspective on this, right? So this chat isn't like our diamond chat, right? Because, you know, once your diamond is a lifetime achievement rank, right? So we don't kick people out of the diamond chat. But CEO Circle is not a lifetime achievement. CEO Corner is not a lifetime achievement. So we have folks in the chat, and we need to communicate to the folks, okay, you're in this club, but you got to stay qualified to stay in the club. And so what we came up with, and we'll publish this out, is that we'll give everybody 30 days grace, right? Because we now have reporting that's been developed for us that'll make it easy for us to see who's in the CEO Circle every month, right? And so we'll take the folks that don't qualify, we'll send them a message that says, hey, you didn't qualify. You got to make sure you qualify in the next 30 days. Otherwise, we'll have to take you out of the group. Let me ask you a question, Kelly. How would you feel if people saw a message in Telegram that said, Kelly Haupu was removed from the group?
Well, it's not going to happen, okay? But it would kill me. I couldn't imagine being booted out of a group. But do you know why, T. Gray?
Why?
Because I treat my business like a business, and I want to succeed. And
Right.
10 customers for CEO Circle, come on.
Right.
You know, 25 customers for CEO Corner. Let's just get it done. Like I said, use that analogy or have the mentality of a business owner.
Right.
You can't be a successful anything with 10 customers or 25 customers. So if you think about it that way, pick up the phone and, like T. Gray said, use a story from someone.
Cool. Good stuff. All right.
I love it. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. I mean, we were just talking about that. I just wanted them to hear from somebody else. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Please don't. It's like that commercial that you guys made, Mark, that says, don't get beaten up by a cat.
Yeah.
Don't get beaten up by an angry cat. Don't get kicked out of the
don't get attacked by an angry cat.
Yeah. Don't get kicked out of the CEO Circle chat on Telegram.
Yeah. All right. So CEO Circle, how many does it take, Kelly?
10. 10 Elevate customers.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean,
how many should you have?
As many as you can. Yeah. You shouldn't have a limit. This company is limitless. You know?
Okay.
Exactly.
And then what do you get?
You get major events for free if you qualify for 3 months prior to a major event. Accelerate Vision and Dream Weekend. You must have 10 paying retail customers each month for 3 months prior. Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm telling my customers. You pay as you go, because I know for a fact once they get the taste of Elevate, they're not going anywhere. And if they do, it's just because they didn't realize they had to pay again.
Right, right.
And you just call them up, like T. Gray said on one of our trainings. Hello, hey, how are you enjoying your trading? I noticed that you haven't enrolled again. Did you learn everything you could learn in just 1 month?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Diamond Kelly, we are super close to launching the new Elevate 3.0 platform. Like, super close. I had a meeting with those guys this week, and we're now working with Mark and his team to plan the launch event, right? So we're going to solve this problem. We've already solved this problem of making it easier for customers to remedy their subscription when their automatic payment fails. But I want to take every opportunity that I can to let everybody know how to do that. So if your customer's automatic subscription fails, they need to go to poweredbyigo.com, click on Elevate, and they're going to see a little link that says sign in. When they click that link, they use their email address. If they don't know the password, they can click forgot password. Ultimately, they'll get in. It looks like your back office, but it's a customer version. And in the shop, they will be able to pay their subscription. They click shop, they'll see Elevate, they'll see their subscription. They'll be able to choose that, put it in the cart, and pay for it. Okay. So want everybody to know we are going to make that easier, but we want everybody, at least if you're on flight school, you know how to help your customers remedy. Okay. And teach it to your teams.
Excellent. Good deal. All right. New to CEO Circle, Blue Diamond, Jake Parton leading the way. Then we've got Vasil Kranov. We've got his interview up on iboomhub.com/blog. And then for CEO Corner, it's 25 Elevate customers. You get virtual and live events for free, and it's 3 months prior to the event. So Alejandro Molina and William Ramirez, their interview is up on iboomhub.com/blog, and that is for CEO Corner. Yes. Excellent.
Yeah. I talked to Jake this week. He is on fire. You see all the customers he's putting in the diamond chat. Way to go, Blue Diamond. Jake Parton. That's what I'm talking about. And speaking of diamonds, I don't know why I let diamonds have my phone number. I got some diamonds over here making me laugh on WhatsApp. Just harassing me during flight school.
No.
All right.
Okay. So
the replay, hey guys, I said in the beginning, we're like in such a new mode right now. Like so many people joined Ibüümerang because they wanted to learn from Holton Buggs. They heard about his reputation. They never had a chance to work with him before, and they wanted to learn from Holton Buggs. And Holton has taken off the gloves and he is teaching. He is in full on, like he came in, Mark, you remember he came in the office and he was like, we got to teach folks how to build a network marketing business.
Yeah.
And he is on it. He is on it. So those of you who were at Accelerate Conquer, you got a chance, you got a first taste of what the new era of Ibüümerang is like and is about, because Holton went to town on that training. And those of you who were not there, you can still get it, right? Especially like, so we had, I forget what's my new friend's name in Switzerland. You just joined, you probably weren't at Conquer. You can get that training. All you have to do is go in your shop in your back office, pay for this training, then go to iboomerangvirtual.com and you'll be able to get in there, okay? And if you can't get in, no problem, don't worry, send a message to customer support and they will make sure you get set up. But the key thing is, guys, you want to get this training and watch it over and over again. Those of you who were there and who already have access, over and over and over again until your journal is full, okay?
Excellent. All right.
Vision 2023 is your next opportunity to get together with us and learn in a focused fashion from your CEO and your top diamonds, your top performing diamonds. The early bird tickets are on sale right now for $299.99. We have introduced a concept for those of you who are serious about building and exploding your business, which is the 10-ticket bundle. 10-ticket bundle. And with the 10-ticket bundle, the price per ticket's a little bit lower than if you buy one, but it's not meant for you to get 10 friends and say, hey, let's go in together and save, $100. Instead, it's really there for you to have tickets for your new people who are going to join the business between now and then, right? So And we talked about how you could use these tickets as promotions. You can sell them to your new people. You can make it a promotion. You can make it an incentive. Hey, get your, enroll your first two, one on the left and one on the right, and get CEO Circle done and do it in your first 7 days in business. And I'm going to give you your ticket to the next one. All right. And you write that off as a marketing expense. So many different things you can do. But folks, I'm telling you, we're planning this event right now. We are very close to securing a venue. And then once we have a venue and a contract signed, that's when we'll actually announce the actual date, right? But that's coming up real soon. And but you definitely want to go ahead and buy your tickets right now. Or as they say in Texas, right now.
Okay. Prague is coming up. Prague is coming up May 19th, and we are going to be doing a leadership mastermind in Prague. And he has lowered the bar. Okay. So he is allowing sapphires and above to come to this event. Okay. Because he wants to give the training to the sapphires and above. So $99, and he's lowered the price as well. So $99, and you can get training from Mr. Holton Bugs, the GOAT.
Amazing.
You know, we've never done a leadership training in Europe. And we have a lot of sapphires, rubies, emeralds who have never been to a live Ibüümerang event. So if you are a sapphire or above in the United Kingdom, Sweden, Switzerland, Denmark, Germany, France, Italy, anywhere in Europe, definitely in the Czech Republic, you need to be here at that event. Because what Holton Bugs is going to do is he's going to teach you how to execute this system at the leadership level so that you can explode your business. Now, keep in mind that in Holton's business, his last business that he built as a builder, he had so many people making over $100,000 a month that the people who were making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month were embarrassed to talk about their income because they weren't in that upper echelon. Do you understand the magnitude of that statement? Do you understand how many people in that organization had to be making over $10,000 a month, had to be making over $5,000 a month? How many ranked leaders that organization produced, right? And again, I'm gonna go back to the disclaimer we had in the beginning. I'm not giving out income guarantees. I'm not saying if you go to this training, you are gonna make that kind of money, because again, there's still lots of people that get training and don't do what they learn. You gotta make sure that's not you. But if you're in Europe, there's no excuse for you to not be at this leadership training. Buy your ticket now, because that's what leaders do. They don't wait. They're not last. They don't do it the last minute. They do it. Buy your ticket now. Go ahead and make your flight arrangements now. It doesn't cost anything significant to go from the United Kingdom or from France to Prague. I've traveled Europe. I know it's like moving across the United States. It's not a huge amount of money, right? And it shouldn't be a money decision. Even if it was a huge amount of money, I'd say get on a freaking mule and ride across the country, the continent if you had to. This training that you are going to get from Holton Bugs will transform your life if you do what he teaches. He knows it. He knows it. And you don't have to fly. You don't have to make a intercontinental flight in order to do this. So this is a non-negotiable for anybody sapphire and above in Europe. So I'm talking right now to our leaders in Europe. I'm talking to Blue Diamond, Jake Parton. Jake, you got sapphire, a lot of sapphires and above on your team. They got to be there. I'm talking to Blue Diamond, David Hunt. Bro, you got a lot of sapphires and above, you know, on the continent. They need to be there. I'm talking to Black Diamond, Avinash Nagima. I already know your squad's going to be there, represent. You got some new French sapphires. They need to be there, right? So, you know, all of you, you know, Astor, Marianne, Vassal, your folks, they got to be there. Janan, Tanise, you got to get your squad needs to be there. This is the move right now that will impact your business and take you to new levels. You've got to get your next level of leadership, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, in that room, listening to Holton Bugs. And they need to go ahead and buy their tickets now. And I'm going to tell you why, because that's a help us help you move, right? Right now, we've got a number that we think is going to be there. But if you guys are going to explode that number, go ahead and do that now so we can find a bigger venue. Okay? So let's go ahead and get that done, leaders. Let's make it happen. Let's blow out that leadership training.
Millionaire Mastermind, May 20th. You know, I remember the brothers came on and said that, you know, they put together this event, right? And look what it has blown up into. So Tigre, when you were talking about people coming, bringing their sapphires, their emeralds, their rubies, and just filling it up and getting everybody there, all I could see was this massive multiplication in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
It's already massively multiplied, and now they're going to have Mr. Bugs there to do a leadership training. Unbelievable.
Now, Kelly, do you realize, so Millionaire Mastermind, we were talking about coachability. So for Accelerate, we did our first real system leadership training. We did it with the Diamonds. And in the process of training, Holton talked about Millionaire Masterminds, which is basically a long format opportunity meeting, high impact that, you know, he had us doing back in the days. And Andre and Mikhail, Black Diamonds, made a decision in that moment that they were going to do this in the Czech Republic. This event on May 20 is literally the first Millionaire Mastermind opportunity presentation in Ibüümerang history.
Wow. Commitment.
Yep. Coachability. So this is a big deal. Big deal. Yep. All right. We lose Mark?
Looks like we lost Mark. So I guess we can talk more about this. So it's very exciting that Mikhail and Andre are really, and with their team, of course, you know, everything is done with a team, but just being able to pull this together. There he is.
Yep. What happened?
We're ready for the next slide.
All right. Hey, so go to millionairemastermindprague.com to buy the tickets. Millionairemastermindprague.com to buy the tickets. All right. Elevate Bootcamp Prague, May 21st and 22nd. It's only going to be translated to Czech. If you want it translated into other languages, just ask. So ambassadors are $1249.99 and customers are $1349.99. You can get those tickets at myiboomerang.com. And this is going to be a beginner and intermediate training, okay? And we're going to have Jason Grigg, Paul, all the good trainers, G Money, they're all going to be there. Yes. All right.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. So here we are.
All right.
You're looking good, bro.
I was going to say, it's time for the training, but we've been training.
Yeah, we have been training.
We've been training. We've been training.
Okay. So here we go. So what are we going to be talking about today? The Blue Zone. What is the Blue Zone? It is massive sponsoring, and it's 11th through the 20th of the month. And here's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about follow up and follow through. Follow up and follow through. So what was the white zone, Kelly?
Showing the plan, getting people in the pipeline.
Yes. Now, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be following up and following through with these folks and getting them started. So it's going to be massive three-way validation calls with your experts. Oh, here we go. T. Gray, say something.
Something. Something.
Here we go. Take a look at this. Look at this.
So I just want to show everybody where the training is going to come from today. Where this training is coming from. Let's see.
How old is that book?
Let me see. Hold on. First of all, let me.
How old is that journal?
Let me change it to. Hold on a second. Okay, cool. There we go. This journal, this one is start date April 24, 2005.
Wow.
April 24, 2005.
It doesn't change, folks.
It doesn't change. And this part right here, you're going to see this today.
Yes.
You're going to see this today because it doesn't change. It does not change. I'm gonna keep it open to this page because there's plenty of stuff on this page that you guys need to hear today. But look at this. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Zoom is making all sorts of cool things. You can do desk view camera now.
Oh wow.
So that's pretty wild. And there's just so much stuff in here. Like you see this here, SIVs. Okay, see it big, keep it simple. Right. So this is where this is going to come from today. Mark, go ahead, take us through it. I just was trying to test this out.
Good deal. All right. So we're going to be doing massive three-way validation calls with your experts. Get your prospects off the fence and into the system. And there is a system, folks, and you are seeing the system, and it has not changed in 20 years. So launch your new team members and get them some immediate results. So how do we get started? Follow up and follow through. T. Gray, take it away.
Yeah. So follow up and follow through is where it's at. So remember, white zone. What did we do in the white zone? What did we do in the white zone?
Oh, Dr. Latrice got it. Massive exposure.
There it is. Massive exposure. Monica from Budapest, she had it too. Massive exposure, right? So we exposed lots of people. Did everyone sign up when we exposed them? No. Right. And everybody did not sign up. Nobody has 100% sign up. Right. So we're going to talk to you today. We're going to show you what to do with those people so you can improve your sign up participation ratio. Okay. And that's called follow up and follow through. The adage is as old as all of us. The fortune is in the follow up. And we're going to talk about that today. Sidebar. Want to just say a big no thank you to those of you who are trying to make me feel old. So Dan Hayes puts in the chat here that he was 5 months old when I started this journal. Dan, your back office is being shut off as we speak. Doris Lopez says this journal is as old as her child.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I'm not sure I really like where this is going. Saji, my bro, he's in you too, Saj? He says he was in kindergarten. All right.
It's seasoned, not old.
Yeah.
As Dr. Latrice says.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you
okay. Woo.
go. All right. So why do you need to follow up with people? Because they don't
areas of concern. You know, I think people generally, because network marketing and multi-level marketing may have not worked for them in the past, they automatically think it won't work for them in the future because they're confused and they don't realize that it didn't work for them because they didn't work. But if you follow up and follow through and you can address some areas of concern, you can kind of use stories, which is what we love to share with people. Use stories on people that have actually succeeded, right? And I think one of the biggest concerns that I find, guys, is people have a fear of they think they can't do it. So when you let them know that you're going to carry them, and then you're going to teach them how to crawl, you're going to teach them how to walk, and then you're going to run together. That is a big area of concern that you can easily fix because we lock elbows, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's it. And so, you know, when you follow up and you address those concerns, that's how you get people to sign up. You got to answer the questions. You got to remove the obstacles.
Yeah.
Right?
And remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
There you go.
2 ears and 1 mouth, which means if you listen, you'll hear the areas of concern instead of trying to talk over them and convince people to do what we do. We don't have to convince people. Once they get the true vision of this company, they're in. So when we can listen, we can address those areas of concern, then we can enroll them, right?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Book a meeting from a meeting. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who knows what BAM FAM stands for? We've been teaching it over the past few weeks. What does BAM FAM stand for? What does BAM FAM stand for? That's right, Yaz. Yaz Obe. She says, the age of your journal, T. Gray, only proves the fact that the system works. Amen, sister. Yes.
It's
book a meeting from a meeting.
That's truth. That is truth right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got all my journals.
Yeah.
I've got journals older than his.
Wow.
Absolutely. Just facts, because you started before me.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. All right. So this is why you follow up. Okay. So I'm going to read some things from the journal. Okay. Here. It says here in this part here in the journal. Hold on. You don't have to change it. You don't have to stop sharing, Mark. I'm just going to go to the journal view. So it says right here in the journal, let me move the keyboard out the way. Okay. Right here in the section here, putting people in process. It says, I'm going to put a new star there. Many people drop the ball by not following up with good process. Right?
Yeah. We're going to teach you guys this process today.
So this is where people fail because they don't go back. They don't follow up. Right. So let's go to the next slide and start working through this whole follow-up thing. Okay.
This is so true. We had a young man that was at one of our home meetings earlier this week and then came to the one that we had last night and is coming on today because he had a second look. Actually, it was a third look, I believe, for him. But by saying that's just a fact right there. Most people get started after an average of 5 follow-ups. I joined in 13 minutes from an I Decide. Okay, can I just put that out there? And that was when you could sign up with the I Decide. So then I called the person, Sandy Aki, that sent me that video by email. And I said, now what? And she said, now we talk about where you want to get in. But this company made it so simple, I was already in, but I didn't need the follow-up. But you know what? I was looking, right? So knowing that most people get started after an average of 5 follow-ups, what does that mean? Call them and invite them to the next meeting. The big mistake I made when I first came aboard, because I had 0 experience in network marketing, I thought everyone was going to do what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so I failed in doing follow-ups.
But you know what though, Kelly, still you're giving trainings through your testimony. Your story, all your stories are trainings, right? So you signed up right away because you said why? Because I was looking, right? Folks, write this down in your notes. You're looking for people who are looking. You're looking for people who are looking, right? And that's why you put a lot of people in process so that you can find the ones who are looking. So you're looking for the ones who are looking. And then Kelly, let me ask you a question. What is your background?
I have my MBA in international business. I'm a financial analyst by trade. However, I was always entrepreneurial. So I had a dance studio, a restaurant, all at the same time while working for the federal government and being a real estate investor. So I have a lot of things, obviously, right? I was looking and couldn't find what I needed, which was, remember my story, to make 30 grand a month to take care of my son. So, and I always tell people, I'm everywhere out there. I'm very average. People have issues that they need help with. And so it doesn't matter what we do or what we've done. If we're looking, right? Right. I mean, and that 44% of people quit after their first no. Why would you quit a business that's going to give you financial freedom because one person, probably somebody that you really love, says no to you? Because, I mean, I came home with a business and my husband, who financially said, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. And I did. And today he respects me for that. So I'm very passionate about this company, as you guys can see. Please don't quit after your first no. Don't quit after 100 no's. If Edison quit after 9,999 no's, we would not have the light bulb.
Well, I'm going to say this. So how many of you wish you had Kelly, Diamond Kelly, in your business, right? She's here because somebody said, hey, you need to take a look at this, right? I'm setting you guys up to read from my journal. So I shall read from this section right here, okay? It says, and tell me if this ain't true about Diamond Kelly. Recruit the best and they'll get the rest. All right, so you guys want to write this down. And it says, hold his head, a big man's no, also a big woman's no, means the same as a little man's no, but his yes means a whole lot more. So Kelly's yes is worth the yes of probably about 20, other people, right? So it's for those of you who might have been intimidated to speak to a Kelly, let's break through that, right? Because when a person of that caliber says yes, it means a lot more because they have more influence and they have more business discipline. That's how do you get to be an MBA, financial advisor, analyst, multiple businesses, et cetera? That's a lot of discipline. That's a person who knows how to get things done. That's a person who knows how to not quit when things are difficult. That's a person who knows how to figure things out. That's a person who knows how to use resources. That's a person who knows how to learn. That's a person who can learn new tricks and implement them quickly. So this is helping you to think about who you want to get on your team, right? Back in the day, somebody brought on Mark Kithcart. Mark, are you an MBA? You have an MBA also? Am I correct on that?
Yes. Yep.
Right. I'm not saying you got to go after MBA people, because sometimes the people who have all that learning are the worst, right? But he's also one of those extremely highly entrepreneurial, hardworking individuals who makes things happen. So whoever recruited him, they recruited basically a bomb, that exploded goodness all over their business, right? So it says here, don't prejudge, pre-qualify. Don't prejudge. Don't say, oh, Kelly's already making a bunch of money. She's got a bunch of businesses. She doesn't want to hear about this. Don't prejudge, pre-qualify. If you pre-qualify, you prejudge, that was prejudging. I just gave you an example of. Pre-qualifying says, you know what? She understands business. She knows how to make things happen. She's a go-getter. If she does do this, it'll be amazing. The worst thing that she could say is, no, you have not because you asked not, okay? So check this out. You ready for it? Kelly, you're gonna love this next note. It says, start your list with the most workaholic, successful people that you know.
I love that.
That's
the opposite of what we do.
Yeah. Start your list with the most workaholic, successful people that you know. Boom. And that's why somebody enrolled a Mark Kithcart. That's why somebody enrolled a Desi Lipova. That's why somebody enrolled an Avinash Nagama. That's why someone enrolled a David Hunt. That's why somebody enrolled a Daniel and Talita Camaro. You listen to Daniel's story, that boy knew how to work. He's a worker. There's one thing that Daniel Camaro is going to do. He is going to work. He is not a player. That's why somebody enrolled a Cesar Munoz. He is one of the most hardest working, industrious people you will find on God's planet. These are not people, I'll tell you one thing about your diamonds. You know, if you get a chance to hear Luis Ventura's story, if you get a chance to hear Fernando Vera's story, what they all have in common is they know how to work. They know how to go get it. And maybe some of you guys are getting stuck in your business because you're building a list of C players.
Yeah.
But here it says, build your list, pre-qualify, not prejudge, A's, B's, and C's. How many of you think that these Diamond Tommy and Lindsey Johnson, how many of you think that these folks, Diamonds, Clarkey and Neens, Sandy Harris, how many of you think that these are all on your A list? And it's A is not defined by what their profession is. A is defined by who they are and how they are. You don't have to have an MBA. You don't have to be a financial analyst. Who do you know that's a go-getter? Is that person on your list? Do all the go-getters in your circle know about this opportunity? So, but that said, as it says on the screen, you have to follow up. You did the work to make the initial exposure. Now stay in the game and follow it through. You got to follow up because I said this in the office yesterday and it led to a whole conversation. Mark and I just entertained the hell out of May yesterday. But when we got to this slide, we said, any bad child knows that no is just the beginning of the sale.
and you are a salesman, Tigre.
And I was a bad child.
That was good.
Oh man, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So what does no mean?
Not yet.
Yeah, it does.
No means not yet. No means not right now. No means I understand everything that I need to understand in order to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No does not mean stop.
That's right. I remember in one of our trainings a couple of years back, this is what really stuck with me in a big way. put hash marks on a page and try and get 100 no's in a row. It'll never happen. Every time you get a yes, you start back at number one. So that's a pretty fun thing. I love doing that. I get a lot of no's, you guys, okay, because I go through a lot of people. But those hash marks will never reach 100. So how difficult is it, right? Just keep looking for the yes.
Yeah. Edgar Lohman says, not enough information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Again,
that's good. That's
you
good.
keep people in process.
Yeah.
So a no means not right now. So you expose them to the business again and again and again and again in various different ways. And one of those ways is going to be the right way.
Right.
That's
right. Exactly. Exactly. So
and Mark, on that note, if you're giving them again and again and again and again and again, guess what they see? Commitment and consistency on your behalf, and they believe in what you're doing, that you're not going anywhere.
That's it. Cool. So how do we expose that? And I know you, Kelly, you've been doing these BÜM and good parties, and they are working. And you know what? I think that face-to-face is the best way to expose someone. A one-on-one, a good party, a big team meeting, they just get a sense of who you are and what you're about. And you can't do that. You can do it through a Zoom, but it's a lot harder to do it through a Zoom.
It is a lot harder. It's so much easier to be in person. So if you're within driving radius of your prospects or your teams, help your teams out by being there to assist, but go and meet with people over coffee or whatever, because when someone can look you in the eyes and hear your story and see what you're doing, and that you're totally committed, that I think is the number one selling point.
Yep, absolutely. Major, major, major. So we want you guys to think of this like baseball, right? And I'm just going to do this for a second. That's this, right? Here we are. We're still talking about the same thing, moving people through the process or around the bases. And for those of you who don't understand American baseball, the objective is to move people around the bases to bring them home, back to home plate, right? And so, you have your exposure list and kind of think of it as an exposure menu. What do you have? What do you have to work with? What do you have to work with? You have your I decide, right? And you keep getting refreshed and they keep getting better. Mark, God bless you, man. You put together these I decides. We got an I decide for Ibüümerang. We got an I decide for Elevate, right? I mean, they are phenomenal, and they're both in multiple languages. And I decide is an incredible presentation format, because what it does is it allows the person to move through the presentation in the way that they would like to receive the information. So it stops at several points and says, what do you want to learn about next? Which is a little bit different than our normal presentation format, where they have to learn about it in the order that we're going. But for some people, the money might be most important. They want to hear about the money first and then hear about the products. So some people, they want to hear about the products first. Some people want to hear about the leadership. Some people don't care about the leadership. But with I decide, they decide how to view the presentation. It's also interactive. They can't zone out, because it gets to places in the presentation where it asks them for their interaction, and it will wait for them until they do. So if they're watching it and their kid comes in to the office, their bedroom or wherever it is, they're watching the presentation and totally distracts them, the presentation just stops and waits for them. And it's playing music. And they're going to come back and they'll be like, what is that music? And it's this thing here. I need to scratch the screen, or I need to make a choice. And then they're back into the presentation. Okay. So, and then it communicates with you. it tells you Mary just started watching your presentation. And then it tells you Mary just finished watching your presentation. And here's what Mary chose. She said, I want to be in, I want to be a customer, or I want to get more information. Okay. And if they want to be in, they can go ahead and sign up like Kelly did. Right. Or if they want to be a customer, they can go ahead and become your customer. Okay. So iDecide is a powerful tool. Your new people, if they're going to use iDecide, they have to click on it in their back office. That's what actually sets up your iDecide. Okay. So iDecide is there. One-on-ones, face-to-face. These are, you got your whole face-to-face section here. One-on-one, right? That's meeting somebody at your home, their home, coffee shop, park bench, whatever, right? Good parties, BÜM parties. These are your home parties. These are your home meetings. Big team meetings. Been seeing those coming out of the teams in Indianapolis with Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson, doing big team opportunity meetings with Black Diamond, Desi Lipova, doing big team opportunity meetings. I've seen Diamond Jason Solomon there as well, right? They're getting people face to face. And then, like Diamond Tierre said in the chat a little while ago, people they vibe off of that energy. They vibe off of that energy. Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson, let me help you. I saw what you just put in the chat. Talk to me, because what I've been doing is I've been seeing these things happen, and I'm partnering with diamonds to pour gasoline on the fire. I'm looking for ways to make it more impactful, to help you guys make it bigger. So let's partner, bro. Let's partner. He said, and you know what he said here? He said, skin to skin built him, face to face, right? He was not built in this industry through electronic presentation. It was through face to face. So were we, right? Your best ones. That's how we came through. So then you have your conference calls, and then you have your Zoom presentations, and you have your BÜM TV presentations. All of these are vehicles that will work to help you build your business. So when you have this baseball diamond, if we could put it back up for a second, here's what happens. First base is a first exposure. Maybe you sent Kelly and iDecide, and you hit a home run because she saw it and she said, I'm in, right? Maybe you sent it to someone else. Maybe you sent it to Sharon and she said, I've got questions. So now what do you do next? Second exposure, three-way call, right? Three-way call. So you say you're working with your upline, your sponsor, your sponsor, your upline Sapphire, your upline Ruby, your upline Emerald, maybe your upline Diamond. And you're doing now a three-way call. Now, let me help you guys with this. Maybe Sharon's question is, she's not sure she can learn to trade. Trading makes her a little nervous. I don't know. It sounds good to me, but I don't know about this trading thing. I'm not that good with numbers, whatever. Okay, well, no problem. I tell you what, let me put you on the phone with, and let's suppose Kelly is your upline. Let me put you on the phone with Kelly. So you get on the phone with Kelly. And, hey, Kelly, and we'll do another training to teach you how to properly set up a three-way call. But Kelly, I'm getting you on the phone with my good friend Sharon here. Sharon does X, Y, and Z, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Already edified you. She knows that you're one of the top performers in the company. And you're one of the top lady leaders in the industry. And wanted you to just talk with her a little bit about trading, right? Because I know you weren't always a trader. I know you learned to trade recently. Could you share with her about your trading journey? Was it difficult, et cetera, and what kind of results you're getting?
Sure. Actually, how are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how I would answer that, Tigray, or just?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Okay. So I have a lot of practice with that because Sandy Aki and I work very closely together. What we do is, what I'll say is, Do you have kids? You know, get to know them a little bit real quick. And then I'll say my experience is pretty unique. I actually do have an advanced degree in the world of finance, but yet never heard of Forex trading before this company brought it to fruition in April 2021. I was selected as a participant in the pilot program, and I was feeling so lucky and blessed that I was selected that I knew that I had to grab this and run with it. So for 4 weeks, 2 hours a week, we studied and learned how to become Forex traders. And guess what? I won for the biggest earner in that platform. Can you believe it? And not only did I learn how to trade, but I was the oldest person in the group. So anybody can learn this. It doesn't take any level of skill. It's very exciting. It's fun. And today I am doing very, very well trading in my pajamas for 30 minutes every morning, 5 days a week.
There you go.
In your PJs.
In the PJs, right? Right?
I'm a jammy girl.
And by the way, how many of you noticed what I did while Kelly was talking to my prospect? That's right, Dr. Therese. I shut up. I was in silence, like David Romero said. I let her do it. I let her tell that story. Okay? So that's a second exposure now for Sharon. And Sharon says, okay, yeah, that sounds good. So Sharon, are you ready to get started? Well, you know, I still got to think about it. Still got to think about it. You guys want to know what to say to somebody who says they got to think about it? Here's what you say. What exactly do you need to think about? How much money you're going to make, or where you're going to spend it on? Right? What exactly do you think about? How much money you're going to make, or where you're going to spend it on? No, this is funny. Well, no, I just, you know, I'm just still trying to warm up to the trading concept. I tell you what, I got something for you. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sending you a link. I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this video, and then we'll talk some more. All right. So now we're going third exposure. I'm sending a video. What am I going to send her? I'm going to send her the Elevate I Decide and the Elevate Hype video. You see? So I'm moving her around the bases. And you know what? It's okay if I need a fourth exposure or fifth exposure. You know, maybe she needs to talk to some more people. You know, maybe she needs to talk to somebody else who's trading. Maybe she needs to talk to somebody else who's having success building the business. You see what I'm saying? Sandy actually just let me know, Sandy Aki, Emerald Sandy Aki, just let me know. It actually took 2 exposures to get Kelly in the game. So the first exposure was she kind of gave her a verbal presentation or verbal exposure to the business, not a full presentation. Then she sent her an I Decide.
Only after I begged for it.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're moving people around the bases. Now, I'll tell you what, you want to know why some folks are not having the level of success that they want to have? It's in my journal. It's right here. Holton said, you guys ready for this? Holton said, keep 15 to 20 people in process at all times. Keep 15 to 20 people in the process of making a decision at all times.
Wow.
Well, everybody stop right now. Be totally honest with yourself. How many people do you really have in process right now? I'm not asking you to put it in the chat. I'm asking you to just be honest with you. How many people do you have in process right now?
Mm-hmm.
And if you only have maybe one person that you talked to recently or whatever, then you can't. It's a funnel, right? It's a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
You got anybody here who use a funnel in the kitchen? You put a lot in, and then it has a small hole at the bottom, right? So you can put a lot of people in, and then a handful of people, small numbers of people are going to come out the bottom. If you only put 1 or 2 in the funnel, then you probably ain't got nothing coming out. But if you always have 15 to 20 people in process moving around these bases, then guess what? You will always be sponsoring someone. You will likely be sponsoring 2 to 5 people a month. And you don't have a clue of what your business will look like if you enroll 2 to 5 people every single month. Your business will blow your mind. Of course, if you put them through the right process too. So in my notes here, it says your objective is to get 15 people on first base. You want to always have 15 people, 15 to 20 people standing on first base. And you're moving them around. You're pulling them off of first base and moving them around, trying to bring them home. Okay. You guys have anything you want to add to that?
I do.
Go for it.
So that first exposure, like Sandy said, that she did a first exposure and then sent me the I Decide. That first exposure was so short, but so powerful that it was on my mind. I was in Hawaii with her at the time. Then when I came back, I was like, hey, are you ever going to send me that information of that thing you want me to look at? Because you still haven't. So that first exposure is really important, to use the right words and speaking the truth when you're meeting with these people.
Beautiful.
To get them to the second exposure.
Yep.
And if you blow them out in the first exposure by talking too much, then they're never going to get to second base.
Oh, Kelly, dropping bombs. Did you hear that? Say it again, Kelly.
If you're going to blow them out of first base if you talk too much. You have to be specific with your words. You can't blow people out of, hey, you got to see this. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Yeah, no. Right?
Yep.
So less is more.
Diamond Tierra, he just backed you up in the chat here. He says, don't vomit all over the people.
That's right.
And you know why people do that? You know why people do that? They do that because, I mean, we've all done it, right? But we do that when we're not clear on what exactly it is we're selling at the moment. Everybody, hear this. You want to be clear on what you are selling in any given moment. So when that person is a prospect and you want them now to have that first exposure, and let's suppose that first exposure is you're going to send them the I Decide, or you're going to send them a BÜM TV link. What are you selling at that moment? Let's see if anybody knows. Let's look at the chat. What are you selling? I got one says the opportunity. Yvette says myself. A few people put myself. Oh, that's good, Sophia. I'm going to come back to that a little bit later. Danny says I'm selling the I Decide. Kenneth says I'm selling myself. Chair Coco says they're selling their dream. Dr. Latrice said they're selling their why. Christopher said we're sharing, not selling. Yeah, but don't be worried about the word selling. That is the one skill that will make you the most money in your life, is the ability to sell and getting comfortable with the concept of selling. Nora says I'm selling a vision. David says I'm selling the pen. Cute. Joe says I'm selling a solution. Brima says I'm selling their need. Vita says I'm selling the opportunity and the solution. Okay. Diana, Ruth, and one other person I saw had the right answer. Danny, you guys have the right answer. Okay, we're going to stop now. Okay. Diana said, I'm selling the agreement to look at something. Ruth said, I'm selling a first look. And Danny says the I Decide. That is exactly it. I want you to write this down. All you are selling in that moment is take a look. You're not selling any of those other things that anybody put in the chat. And by the way, that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. This is why we do it this way. It's interactive. We're having fun. We're doing this together. Okay. You are not selling their vision. You are not selling the opportunity. You are not selling a solution to the things that they need, problems in their life. You are selling, take a look. Mm-hmm. And if you can keep that in your mind, then you won't talk so much. If I'm talking to Kelly and I want her to take a look and I keep talking, there's no reason for her to take a look. If I tell her everything, the more I tell her, the more she can decide to not take a look. So that's why our conversations that Mark and I were taught are really short, actually. I can be with you. You could be at a party at my house and be here for 2 hours. And I won't get into the details about everything. I'll say, hey, look, we're expanding a business right now. We're teaching people. People are learning a new skill that allows them to make money literally at will anywhere in the world. I'm working with some of the sharpest people in that particular industry. If I could make the information available to you, would you make it a priority to take a serious professional look at the information? I'm not just telling them how to take a look. I'm telling them how I want them to look. Would you make it a priority to take a serious professional look at the information if I could make it available to you? Yes. Yes, I will do that. Okay, great. I'm going to send you a link to a video. It will take you about 20 to 30 minutes to complete it. If I send you that, you're making a priority to watch it. Change my word just a little bit, but I'm still keeping priority in there. Yes, great. Okay, well, if I send you this link, when are you going to watch it? Now, mind you, keep a yes count. How many times has the person said yes already? It's 2. I got 2 yeses. If I make this information available to you, would you make it a priority to take a serious professional look? Yes. Okay, I'm going to send you this link to this video. It's going to take you 20 to 30 minutes to consume it. You're going to make it a priority to watch it? Yes. Great. When are you going to watch it? Well, not tonight, T. Gray, because you got me over here, drinking and smoking cigars with you. So I'll do it tomorrow afternoon. Okay, great. Fantastic. What time do you think that's going to be? By the way, that I'll do it tomorrow afternoon is the 3rd yes. So what time? Okay, cool. Tomorrow afternoon's cool, right? You gotta learn how to have this conversationally, not like you drilling them. Okay, cool. Tomorrow's good. What time do you think that's going to be? Oh, we got church in the morning. We got family coming over. It'll probably be like 4, maybe 5. Okay, good. 4 or 5. All right. Well, listen, let's assume 5. And by the way, that was the 4th yes, right? When they said, they gave me a specific time, that's the 4th yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's assume 5 then. So 5 o'clock. It's going to take you 20, 30 minutes. Let's assume it takes you 30 minutes and you get interrupted. If I call you at 5:45, you'll be done, right? Yeah. 5th yes. Great. Okay. Well, then put me in your calendar. Pull your phone out. Put me in your calendar. 5:45 tomorrow. I'm going to call you to find out what you think about this information. Cool? Yes. That's 6. Great. Okay. Hold on. Let me send you this link right now. So after 6 yeses, I'm now finally sending them a link. This is why my watch ratio, because at this point in time, all I'm selling is, look what I'm selling. My whole sales pitch is geared to, you gonna watch this? You gonna watch this? Right? And now we got an appointment to talk about after you watch it. And I'm gonna send the link right then and there so that Kelly cannot tell me she didn't get the link. Because when I sent her a link, I'm like, you got it? Great. All right, let's get back to the point. We're done. I'm not telling her no stories about anything else. Because now I'm selling something else if I start doing that. I've sold, take a look. She's bought, take a look. We're done. Until we talk at 5:45 tomorrow. Got it?
Yep.
Some of you guys are asking to do it again. Nope. Watch the replay. Lady C, I know you got to go. No problem. Make sure you watch the replay of this to get the rest. Okay? Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, and let the tools do the work for you. Okay? So, you know, some of you, it's somebody close to you. And you just borrowed $20 from them last week. Let the tools do the work for you. Okay? Yeah, we've got I-Decides, one-on-ones, good parties, big team meetings, conference calls, and video conferences, and BÜM TV. Let the tools do the work.
Man, listen. Mark just dropped a major, major, major secret of success on you. Let the tools do the work because, and he told you why. I don't know if you even caught it. He told you why. He said, because you're too close to these people. They know your stuff. So going back to this journal here.
They know your business.
They know your business, right? They know when you were drunk with some underwear on your head, when you were in college roommates together.
You did not need to go there.
But you want to know what? That was exactly the joke Holton used when he did this training this day. That's what he said. So they remember that. So they can't listen to you. It says here, it says, it's hard to be a king in your own kingdom. Put your friends and family on three ways. Use the tools. That's what Mark just said. Some of you guys are having difficulty because you're trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ego.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, we go to the next slide.
Okay. This is cool. Kelly, you are knocking it out of the park. You are doing BÜM and good parties every single week. And I love it. And this is how you do it, folks. It's got to be face-to-face. So what are you doing? How often are you doing these good and BÜM parties?
3 to 4 times a week.
Okay. And who are you doing them for?
Mostly Ruth Strode and Vilma Everett. And then Ruthie has a brand new team. If you see the middle picture there, that's a team. Get this. This was such a fun meeting. That's a team of top salespeople that are #1 in their company, and they're all movers and shakers. And that room was full of reds. Do you think that was fun? Can I share my closing line?
Yes, you can share.
You all, I said, let me ask you guys a question here. You all know Julie, right? She's the hostess. She's brand new in our company. She already has sponsored several of these amazing people and looking at having some real fun here. But I said, you all know Julie, right? And they said, yeah. I said, well, I don't know Julie, but let me ask you guys a question. Do you think she's going to blow this out of the water? And they said, yeah, she's #1 in our company. I said, so would you rather be on her team right away, or are you going to wait until she gets hundreds of people signed up in her platform? And so when you're dealing with people that are red personalities, that are great already at what they do, and they make high 6-figure incomes, that doesn't mean they're not looking. They're looking. They're working a job, you guys. They don't want to do that. They want to be part of a team that's movers and shakers just like them. So very successful BÜM parties. We're having a huge success. Ruthie did one with the 3 20-year-olds. And we remember I said earlier, we popped Darren's video on. Presidential Diamond Darren Gibson's video, 2 out of 3 are already coming on board, and the third one is going to be. I can guarantee it.
This is what you were talking about right here.
That's right. Leveraging, so important, Tigray. You taught this in boot camp, in a flight school not very long ago.
Yep. I mean, you just taught it today.
Yep.
You just taught it today, because if you would just say that thing again you said about the person. How many of you think so-and-so?
How many of you think Julie's going to blow this out of the water? And every single one of them, and I think she invited 15 and 13 showed up.
Oh, wow.
Every single one of them. So, yeah.
And you know, it's a testament to who she is, because they know that she is going to be successful in any endeavor that she does.
That's right.
Cool.
And then, of course, I said, if I were you, I would text her right now and say, get me in first. And you could see them grabbing their cell phones. And she was sitting right there.
Yeah. Golly. That's good. That is so good.
Hey, Mark, people are eating this up. I'm watching the chat, and people are, they got this. This is now spawning questions.
Yeah.
What do I do? Whatever. So I just created a new email. Okay. Building questions at iboomerang.com. I'm putting it in both chats. Okay. Because we're not going to be able to go back through these chats and get these questions. So if you have building questions, just send an email to buildingquestions@iboomerang.com. We'll see it, and we will make this the topic of future flight schools and Instagram lives. We may take some of these questions and go on Instagram live and answer one of these questions for you. Okay. But building questions at iboomerang.com. So that'll be a repository. Mark, remind me to make that email forward to you and me so that we can have that. But you guys are eating this up. This is good. This is really good. Kelly, this makes my heart jump when I see this. It just takes me back to the good old days.
Yes. It's so good. And I just was in my mind, I just remembered this week, we do 4 exposures. One of them is at an Indian reservation with a team of family from the reservation, and they use their tribal hall, and we go there and we do a weekly meeting there as well. And it's just exciting, you guys. It's so fun to get to meet all these new people face to face. It's really, really a good thing. It's warm and fuzzy.
Yeah. For sure. All right.
All right. So professionals work by calendar. Just notice that everything is scheduled. Notice that everything is scheduled, right? So even like when I was showing you guys what to do after you send a person the link, and they said, and the 6th yes was, okay, great. You're gonna watch it at 5:45. You should be done, right? So let's put me on your calendar. I'm going to call you at 5:45 to get your thoughts on the video, right? Why do we do that? Professionals work by calendar. That's when people know you're serious. That's when people know you're serious and that you're professional. And you put it on the calendar, and you tell them to put it on their calendar. And you stand there and you say, go ahead, put it on your calendar. Right? So professionals work by calendar. Use your calendar. And what happens, I was talking to Dr. Latrice, and I said, you create your own work when you do this, because in the beginning, what happens is you're making the phone calls to get people into the pipeline, right? And then you start talking to people, and now your calendar gets filled up with these follow-up conversations for people who have watched your video or supposed to have watched your video or done whatever, right? Or meet you for a one-on-one, or come to a live meeting that's being done, et cetera, all right? And then the next calendar appointment is going to be, that comes out of that, are people who get started. Now you got to help them get started. You got people who need another exposure. You got calendar appointments for those, right? Follow-ups, et cetera. So eventually what happens is your calendar gets full and you become extremely busy building your business and doing the right things.
Good deal. Right. Yeah, nice. All right. Keys to effective follow-up: stories. Facts tell, stories sell. So there are 3 stories that you should be telling: your upline story, your story, and your success team story.
Oh, you got that journal out. I see you. I'm sitting here like, yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I love it, bro.
So let me, I've written this down. So I wrote this down, and Mr. Bugs said, write this down. Write down your upline story. And here's my upline story. I met this guy, Joe Carpenter. He just got laid off from his corporate job in business development. He got to work in this business, and now he makes more money than what he did in his corporate job. And the best part is he helped me retire from my job in corporate America. I've got a question for you. Who is helping you? Mic drop.
Boom. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, always end with a question, folks. Always end with a question.
Always end with a question. Mark, that was like 60 seconds, but it's a training, right? And I'm call out the biggest training that you just gave. You wrote it down.
I did.
You were coached from stage. Write this down, and you did it. And then you actually went and you did it. Oh, I freaking love it.
Yeah.
I hope people are getting this. I mean, Emerald Carolyn Johnson says.
That's why you implement immediately. Implement immediately. Take action.
Immediately. Oh my God. Mark Big. Emerald Carolyn Johnson says, high-level training this morning from the best. And what is the cost? A couple of hours of your time with no travel, no gas, no parking, no entry fee. Does it get any better? Carolyn, maybe that's why we don't have everybody on flight school, because it's free. I don't know. Anyway, but Mark, strong. What do we got next?
Yeah, leverage, timing, and positioning. Yeah.
I did that one.
All right. Keys to effective follow-up: 3-way calls, third-party validation, senior partner support, team member social proof. And I did put an IGO testimony and a testimony that we just saw today on travel and trade.
So, folks, here's what you got to realize. Let's expand your thoughts of, and you know who I got this from? Holton. So Holton does these 3-way calls there, and I'm gonna call them stealth 3-way calls. because he's Holton, he knows that if he calls Kelly, if he calls David, if he calls Tommy, if he calls Luis, if he calls Daniel, they're gonna pick up when they see Holton Bugs on his phone. I mean, if he calls any of us, when we see Holton Bugs on the phone, we literally like get up from tables, walk out of restaurants, pick up and talk to Holton, right? So he can do this. Maybe everybody can't necessarily do it the way Holton is doing it, but he will call for on-the-spot testimonials. He'll call Kelly because he's on the phone with somebody who he's talking to about Ibüümerang. He's talking to him about Elevate. They don't believe, they need some third-party validation about what trading is like. And he might call Kelly, hey, Kelly, it's Holton, man. What's happening? How you doing? And she's like, and he'll have you on speaker. Won't even tell you it's a 3-way call. And he'll just say, so how's your trading going? And now Kelly starts going, oh, yeah, I just made $5,000 on a flight and blah, blah, blah. He did it to all of us. Remember December? when he did that training on flight school? And he called his friend, you and I know who it is, Mark.
Yeah, Lisa Grossman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to say who it was. But anyway, he calls Lisa. He didn't even tell Lisa that he was on flight school with hundreds of people listening.
And he asked how she was getting customers.
Tell me about customers. How many customers did you personally get? How many customers did your team get? That month, her team had gotten 17,000 new customers. Right? But that's a three-way call. So a three-way call isn't always tell somebody about how to build Ibüümerang and all the comp plan stuff. Sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes it's, hey, Daniel, Toledo, you guys just booked a trip. Did you use the iGo platform? Oh yeah, we did. And we had all these great choices and we found a 5-star hotel for Cesar's wedding. And we saved, how much did they save? They said it last week.
$1,000, over $1,000.
Well, we saved over $1,000. Okay, great. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. Well, three-way call. Right? So that's what we mean by team member social proof. Team member social proof. Okay.
Okay. Anything else to add, Kelly?
Yeah, I love that. I remember when Mr. Bugs called me, and of course we do drop everything. So I was like, maybe I should change my name on my phone.
Awesome.
But think about it. And if we can learn from the greatest of all time, hey, can you tell me a little bit about your trading experience? Because then the person that you're showing the presentation or whoever you're trying to talk to about the business, they don't feel like it's a setup.
Mm-hmm.
It makes total sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. All right. Follow up. How long, T. Gray, did they follow up for?
So I said what I said in the office. You cracked up laughing.
I did.
But I need everybody to know that even though I'm funny, I don't have any original material. I'm going to read this from my notes right here. Right? And this note is from, oh man, this was a success seminar. I didn't put a date on the top though. Okay. Anyway, it says, they go out of process when they sign up, buy, or die. All right, okay.
Okay.
When they sign up as a business partner or a customer, they give you referrals or they tell you to stop.
Or die.
Or die. They don't even tell you to die when they die, right? But that's how when you follow up, somebody put in the chat, and it scrolled up too far on Facebook. They said they used to not call them back because they didn't want to feel like they were bothering or pestering them. But after today's training, they realized they need to follow up.
You definitely do.
Yep.
100%.
You're a marketing professional, right? How many times does, in general advertising and marketing, how many times does a person have to, on average, have to see a message before they even realize that they've seen it?
So it was 7 times. It was 7 times. Now it's up to 13 times. And now I think that if you're in front of them consistently, you just need to stay in front of them consistently and just keep pounding them and until they give up or buy or die.
Yeah. Diamond Tonise, you hit it right on the head. He said people are more distracted now. We have shorter attention spans because of the way information is always coming at us. I mean, just next time your spouse, your friend, or when your children is scrolling Instagram, just watch them. Watch how quickly we go from one thing to the next. Our brains have now been reprogrammed. We don't even see stuff. So understand, based on what Mark said, when you're driving down the freeway and you see a billboard, and you actually read it, you've actually seen it 13 times, probably. And this is the first time that it's registered with you that you are seeing it, but you've seen it 13 times. Like back here in your subconscious. So this is why follow up is critical. And the people who fail, this is where they fail. They're timid, scared, don't want to feel like you're bothering nobody. In the hood, you know what they say? Scared money don't make no money. Right? Holton taught us, remember what he taught us, Mark? You can't play not to lose. You got to play to win. Following up is playing to win. Okay? So here's what you need to do. Learn to do it in a classy way. Like I gave you a lot of verbiage, but what we also learned was to practice it. So I've practiced it over and over again. Now you can do it on your phone, set up a video, say it. That way you can look at your face, make sure your face is not too hard. Your face is not too serious, intimidating. Listen to your voice. Listen to the words, learn how to switch it up. Like when I'm asking people, when you're going to watch a video, I don't say, okay, so when you're going to watch it? I think I'll watch it tomorrow. Okay, what time is that? You know, you got to learn how to do it conversational style, whatever. It doesn't feel like an interrogation. So practice. As a matter of fact, look at the words here at the top of this. I don't know if you guys can see the top of this page. It's funny. It's so funny. I don't know. Can you see what it says here? What does it say right there underneath my finger?
Practice this.
Practice this. I wrote it in my notes. This is back in 2005, probably April. Practice this. Practice it, right? There's a lot of scripts on this page. And what do? We practiced it. Why did Mark write down his upline story? So we could practice it. And then that way, when it came time to do it, it could just roll off the tongue. He was relaxed. He wasn't stressed. He didn't sound like he was reading a script. So you want to follow up, but you want to practice your follow-up and have a plan. What's next?
What to do when they enroll.
Kelly? This
is crucial. So, and I learned from my big mistakes in the beginning, because I expected people to do what I did, and that didn't happen. So you have to teach them to do this because it's a brand new thing for them, right? So you want to say, let's start with a names list, and you learn to do 100 names, right? But the more the merrier. So when they make their names list, remember earlier in the call, we were talking about putting kind of like the people were afraid of at the top instead of the easy rollover people. But you always want to put the people that you want in your business first, right? So you teach them to do that, and then teach them how to get dual team qualified, because once they're making money, they're not going anywhere. And if they have people on the left, someone on the left and the right, they're dual team qualified. And you really want to do that as soon as possible. We teach people on our team to get people in the first 48. Get your two best people in front of me as soon as you can, one at a time or both at the same time, whatever you want to do. And then go out and get your 10 customers for CEO Circle. But we don't want to freak them out by saying 10 customers right off the bat. Let's start with 2, then get 2 more. Because once you get your first CEO, your first customer and elevate, for some reason, it's so much easier to get the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So really, really help your new people get off on the right foot and take it seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they say they don't have a list of 100 names, just tell them to go check their cell phone. There are 100 names, 100 plus names on their cell phone.
Easily. And who does your hair? Who's your dentist? Who's your doctor? Who do you go to at the bank? You can help people get their names list going because they don't automatically think like we do. You know, you have to learn to think like we do.
You got to guide them through. That's why the word sponsor is related to the word responsibility, right? So Kelly, when you start helping them make their list by jogging their memory, you're taking responsibility, right? You're not just telling people go make a list. You're like, okay, let me help you.
Right.
Who do you know? Who's this person? Who's that person?
That's right.
Right.
And the key ingredient is I will help you. Don't be afraid. I will help you. You bring your people to me and I will help you build your business.
That's it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is good. This is a powerful training.
So this is the last slide.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, there's more we could say. We could go on with this week, but we need to stop. We're a little bit over time today.
Yeah.
But there's lots of great stuff and there's so much more. And what I want to challenge everybody to do is just do it, but do it right away.
Yeah.
Make changes if what we taught today is a little bit different than the way you've been doing it, no problem. Remember, this is not coming from me. This is not coming from Mark. This ain't coming from Kelly. We all learned this from Holton Buggs, and by the way, I know you guys hear us, we keep calling him the GOAT, industry icon, all that stuff. Listen, he earned all of that. We're not just saying that because we like him. We like him. He's a cool dude, right? But when we say all that about him, it's factual. It's not hype. It's like saying Michael Jordan. When you're talking about Michael Jordan, I mean, the statistics prove who he is. Well, Holton Buggs is the Michael Jordan of this industry because the statistics prove who he is. He made that money. He helped all those people make that money. He's sought after in the industry. People are calling him from different companies. He is that dude. So if this is different than the way you do it, my question is this: why would you do it your way one more time? Now that you've learned the way the GOAT does it, why would you go and do it? You would understand that if you go and you do it your way one more time, what you are saying is, yeah, but I still think my way is better. I'm just saying. So my challenge to you guys is this: we are deputized by Holton to teach you the system. And now it's your responsibility to take what you've learned and go do it. Right? Go do it. You might suck at first. It's okay. Keep doing it. You'll get better. Anything you do over and over again, consistently, you will get better at it.
Repetition.
Closing remarks from you guys?
No.
Get
yeah.
back in the homes.
Yeah. So, guys, it's the same. It's a system that Mr. Buggs has set up and it works. Look at his results. So don't do it any other way. And just get out there and get people in process. So today, here's what I want you to do. Write down 100 names. Write down 100 names. So for those of you that are stuck, write down 100 names. And if more, if you've got them. But, and then start reaching out and start getting people exposed. Start today. Take action.
Amen.
There we go. Any closing remarks, Kelly?
Get back in the homes, and remember our CEO literally went from rags to riches with this company platform and gave us an opportunity to go out and do the same. And so what drives me is fear of missing out. What if this went away? So I want to have the most impact on as many people as possible so that we always have Ibüümerang to share. So get back in the homes. That's what's working for us. And, you know, yeah, we don't get 300 people in a living room like you can get on a Zoom call, but we have a pretty good closing ratio. So just, you know, do what Mr. Bugs is training us to do, like Mark and T Great said, and always plug into Flight School and get to the next event.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. All right. Are we ready?
So excited to be here today. Thank you so much, you guys.
All right.
Yeah. All right, everybody, get your screenshots ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, and it's a wrap. Kelly, thank you so much for
gracing Kelly, thank you so much. And thank you for doing those home meetings. It's
absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Face to face. All right.
I'm going to start calling you Kelly, lead by example.
Build that list. Build that list.
Right, you got Kelly, lead by example, Haupu, home meetings, trading success, all, CEO circle, all that stuff, just doing it all. Love you and appreciate you. Thanks for being on here with us today.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. Aloha.